Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Ayutthaya, and we're right here in the middle of the historical park. And right behind me is a way cool temple. This over here is Phra Mongkol Borpit, and it's right next to one of the best ruins that you'll come to here in Ayutthaya. It's right next to Wat Phra Si Sanphet, which is like the three kings that are buried here. Their ashes are in some of the chedis. But anyway, I'm gonna check out something that I have never seen before. We're gonna actually go through Wat Phra Si Sanphet, and we're gonna walk into the grounds of the old royal palace. I never knew you could access that, so we're gonna check that out today. So let's go through here and let's see what we see. This temple right here is not to be missed if you're in Ayutthaya. It has like the largest bronze Buddha image in all of Thailand. That's like 12.45 meters tall or something like that. I was just over here a few weeks ago, I think like 3 weeks ago, and I did a video of it, and they're actually re-gilding the Buddha that's inside. So we're not gonna look at it today. You can't see it, it's just covered up. But we're gonna walk through here. You actually have to buy a ticket. The ticket booth is right over here. It's 50 baht for one park if you want to, one ruin, or you can buy 220 for a foreigner. And it's 20 baht for a Thai, or I think 40 baht if you do all 6 parks. And the ticket is good. If you buy all 6, it's good for 30 days. So if you're here for very long, you can go to all of them at your leisure. But this one here is fantastic. This is Wat Phra Si Sanphet over here. And you can see the 3 chedis. That's what makes it famous. The other chedi is right on the other side of this little bell chedi. So let's walk through here and then we'll go over to the royal palace. So you can see that's the prices there. So 50 baht for one person, or 10 for the Thais. And then we got a squirrel up here on the little booth. And then they check your tickets over here. So let's walk through. This is what Si Sanphet looks like. It is absolutely fantastic. Now, I think this was constructed in 1448, or it was dedicated by King Borom Trai or something like that. And it was after they built the new royal palace that's just north of here. They dedicated this as Wat Phra Si Sanphet. And there are the 3 chedis with the former Ayutthaya kings inside of them. And they have maintained those. The rest of the buildings are kind of down just to the bricks and the ruins and stuff like that. But this site is absolutely massive. It is really big. It's probably the most beautiful temple ruin to come to here in Ayutthaya. There's 3 that everybody goes to. This one, Wat Mahahat, and the Wat Ratchaburna. That's really a famous one. Those 3 are the ones that everybody goes to. All right, let's go through. The entrance is on the back side over here is what the guy said. Yeah, you can just see around here in this Wat Phra Si Sanphet. I've made a couple videos from over here inside of this temple, and I forget how big it is. I might have to come back over here. I bought the ticket that's good for 30 days, so I might come back over in a couple weeks and do a video again of just this temple. So here's the little gate. Yeah, I never knew that this was here. It's always been locked up. But this lets you go into the royal palace, and it's opposite of the ticket booth. So we're on the back side of the 3 chedis here. All right, let's go in here. So this would have been the entry into Wat Phra Si Sanphet. And then all of this would have been the grounds of the former Ayutthaya royal palace. Now, most of the buildings here would have been made out of wood, and they all burned when the Burmese sacked the city in 1767. Now it's just kind of a grassy plain with the bases of several of the buildings. Now over here is a mock-up of the former royal palace. So this is a mock-up of Wat Phra Si Sanphet right here. And then the pond that's right here is just there. There would have been some pavilions, and then the majority of the halls would have been to the north. So you could see those bases right there would have been those buildings just by that other little pond up there. Yeah, really cool. It's kind of cool to have a little bit of information here in English. This is actually the best detailed drawing of the former royal palace. That was by some French, I believe, that were here. The palace was kind of a maze. it was intentionally designed that way by the Ayutthaya kings. So if there was assassins coming in, they would get kind of lost inside of the grounds. And the French actually had to draw like the route they had to take to get to their quarters. All right, let's go explore the grounds a little bit. This is the Chakarawat Paichothoron Hall over here. Now the former kings have all came in here, starting with Rama IV, I believe. They would build some temporary buildings here inside of the former palace, and then they would do some ceremonies here for like the prior monarchs of Siam and Ayutthaya. And they do that in November, I believe. I've never seen it. I would like to see some of the ceremonies they do here. Yeah, this is the ruins of the Chakrawat Paichothoron Hall, or however you say it. Anyway, this was built in 1632 under the reign of King Phra Thinang. And they think that it was used to, like a pavilion here, for the reviewing of the troops. And now it's just down to the base. It was, of course, destroyed when the Burmese sacked the city in 1767. And all we have is just the base here. You can see they've cut the tree, or the grass and stuff down, kept the trees from overgrowing it. And then there's another little pavilion over here. This would have been what they think would have been like his residence. So whenever he was waiting to review the troops, this is where he would have stayed over here. So there's actually some little images still in the plaster. And then we have some old laterite stones. So these were probably salvaged from another building and then used in the base here. Yeah, there was the first palace over here, and they rebuilt it after like 2 years of fires. In 1440 and 1441, there were 2 years of consecutive fires that burned the old palace grounds. And then they built everything over that way. You can see just a little bit more of the plaster work. And it's kind of cool. They have the indented corners on this building that you would see kind of like on one of the chetties from the Ayutthaya era. And over there is the east wall. And way up there is the former like city wall. And then the Lopburi River is just to the north. And then there's a couple little mounds of bricks and stuff out here. And let's go into the middle here and see what all this is about. So this is kind of interesting. There's a little sign here that talks about this. This is the ancient jujube tree. And the princess of King Rama V ordered those to be planted here. The reason why is they said that if people come into the former royal palace and pick the fruits off the jujube trees, that they help maintain the grounds here. So that was the rationale for it. So here is a humongous hall, and it's just down. You can see the walls and stuff like that here, and there's more over here. And they got an old bridge here. You can see the safety. The nails are still sticking up. It looks like they've nailed some pieces of wood onto that tree over there. So we'll climb through here and see if there's anything interesting. Looks like just the walls and stuff like that, some old doorways. There's just more bases of these buildings all through here. Kind of interesting. Okay, so we're almost up here to this. This is the Nhon Sanon Throne Hall. And it was another one of the buildings that was built by King Phra Thinang. They say that he either built it anew or built it on top of an old existing structure that was damaged by lightning. And it would have had marble flooring in here, and they say would have had some stone lanterns that would have been shaped like lions and warriors that would have been on the 4 cardinal directions. But you can see it has the elevated base, and there's a dog way up there. Let's walk up here. Yeah, there's just lots and lots and lots of ruins all through the trees here. This was an absolute massive site. It looks like there's some stairs over there. Yeah, this is the base. You can see it's kind of settled a little bit. We don't have one, but we have 4 dogs. They're kind of barking and snarling over there. Probably territorial. All right, this is really cool. You can see how they styled it with the bricks, and this would have all been covered in plaster and everything. Oh, it would have been fantastic. The Ayutthaya kingdom was very, very, very rich. They did a lot of trade with China and all the rest of the world, Japan and the Dutch and everybody. And there's accounts of some of the traders being shown just storerooms full of gold back whenever Ayutthaya was at its peak. This is up on the top. So they have a new little pavilion and a new little temple over there. And then this is the base of this hall. Not much to see, but you can see kind of the layout. This would have been a doorway, and then we had the posts here. And then over there would have been a column for something. And then we got more ruins over here. And you can see it's a little bit taller grass here. And then we got a little bit of the former city wall over there. Let's check out this little pavilion and we'll look at the temple over there. And I want to make my way over to that kind of column of bricks over there. This over here, they call it the Trimuk building. Looks like it's needing a little bit of restoration. Yeah, they've built these as temporary buildings on top of the old halls so that they can do ceremonies and stuff over here. So if they do another one, they'll probably come over here, paint this up, fix any of the broken plaster and stuff. Yeah, you can see it's got the wood floor and stuff. And there's a guy up here hanging out, listening to some music, relaxing. And then over here would have been like a little reviewing platform. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Is it a reviewing platform or a place to mount up a elephant? Maybe for the elephants. Cool. And then you got a nice bridge over there and some more bases of some of the buildings and stuff here. And the same over here. There's just a massive amount of stuff in this area. Now, if you go across the river, there's a temple over there, and that's where the Burmese set up their cannons, and they fired the cannons into the former royal palace over here. Yeah, pretty cool. There's some water over there. And then this looks like the base of a huge chetty. I'm not sure what this was. You can just see that it was square based with some more stuff up on top. Let's walk around and see if there's a data plate here for it. It doesn't look like a chetty. It looks like a really high base of a building, and there would have been another story up on top of it, it looks like. You can see it's all the brick with the stucco on it. Yeah, no idea what this is. So if you know, tell me in a comment down below. I'm kind of curious about it. And then there's some more buildings and stuff over here. And you can see the wall. And at the very northern part of the grounds here is this cool looking temple. I've been by this hundreds of times and I've never been over here to see it. This looks like a little ordination hall with a pretty cool looking Ayutthaya style chetty right there. Oh, that's really nice. So you can see the Sema stones that mark the outside of the ordination hall. Okay, let's go inside and see what it looks like inside of here. Take our shoes off. Yeah, oh wow. Really a nice little hall. Oh, this is really a pretty image. So it's just a simple hall, has the wooden shutters that are painted up with that black lacquer and the gold. And there's no murals or anything on the walls. Oh, but check this out. The ceiling is painted up and it's just beautiful. And then the image itself is really, really nice. So it's sitting on a simple little pedestal. Oh, but it's really a beautiful image. Definitely Ayutthaya styling in the face. And then you can see the back doors here are some more of those just wooden doors. Oh, really cool. And I really like the ceiling in here also. And here's that really cool looking chetty. And we're at the north of the grounds. Right over there is the road, and then the Lopburi River is right on the other side of it. Okay, so this over here is the Suriyat Amaran Throne Hall. And they say it's the prototype for the Dusit Maha Prasat Throne Hall at the Grand Palace. And this was used first, I believe, by King Prasat Tong. And some of the other Ayutthaya kings used this Pretty cool. Let's go up here and let's look at this. It's just a little bit of the bricks still sitting up here. How cool is this? You can see some of the plumbing. So these old terracotta pipes are right here coming out of the throne hall. And if you go to Lopburi, one of the Thai kings, King Narai, also had quite a few of these terracotta pipes installed into his, like the throne or his basically royal palace over there in Lopburi. This is inside of it, the little throne hall. Not much left to see here, just this one kind of column of bricks. Yeah, but this is all stuff that's 400 or more years old, and it was all destroyed. Any wood was burned, and this is all that's left is the bricks. And you can see that parking lot right over there where those two people are walking. That's Wat Phra Min or something like that. Na Phra Min. That's where the Burmese set up their cannons and fired into the palace. So it wasn't far away at all. You can see where they have the holes there for the cross beams. And they used laterite stones in there also, it looks like. So they have the brick and some of the laterite stones. And then we got bases of more of the buildings and stuff like that all through here. And the exterior walls. And check this out. Just looks like somebody took a big bite out of it. Okay, so we saw the old throne room. Let's walk over here and let's look at this little bit of wall, I think, that's over here. And then we'll go over here to where they have this water feature and we'll see it. And I'll try to break the drone out and see if we can fly around and see this from the air. Just so you can see how huge this is. We can see a little bit of what's left of the wall. And it looks like a little turret that was over here. Now, most of the city wall from Ayutthaya was dismantled and moved to Thonburi and to Bangkok. They reused all of these. They decided to completely abandon this former capital and they recycled all the material they could. Looks like they had an old well right here. And you can go up onto the wall. Over there it's got the battlements and stuff like that. Yeah, this is really cool here. So you can see what's left of it. And a little bit of the wall over there by the road. Yeah, this place, I just can't get over how huge it was. And this is the best part of the wall. This is on the northwest corner. You can see the little cross right there for the firing ports, and then the battlements up top for the guys to provide some cover for them. And then that is the corner of the wall over there by that tree. What a little treat. We got some stairs here so we can go up to the top here. Oh. Yeah, so the old guards would have been up here. Oh, this is fantastic. Yeah, so they would have been looking right out over there towards the Lopburi River. And this would have been the way the wall looked all the way around. And there would have been the guard posts every little bit. And that's the old wall over there also. Yeah, we can see what's left of the wall here. All right, well, we're gonna walk over here and let's look around this little water feature and these little bridges, and that'll be the last thing we look at. We got some of the old wall here, and then they've came back in and they've added these bridges. So you can go see all of this on this little man-made island here in the middle. And this looks like the old days, the way they would have brought water in here. Yeah, really cool. And they're cutting the grass over here now. And another little piece of the finished wall. Yeah, really cool. And more of it over there. Just a humongous place. Okay, let's walk in here and see what this is about now. This is the last little ruin we're going to look at here. So they have a huge base for a building here that's some stairs to go up. And then this would have been the outer wall of it. You can see how they've kind of fallen almost down into that little moat. And they've really come over here and cut this grass back. And there's bricks and stuff all through here. So this would have been much bigger than what you see now. You can see all the trees and stuff that have taken root over here. And you can see the styling of it, how they did the little tiers up, and then they carved those brick and gave it the fine detailing. Oh, and I used laterite stone in here also. And some precarious stairs to get up here to the top. Oh, and this would have been shaped like a crucifix. And it's kind of overtaken by grass and stuff up here. But this would have been a massive complex. You can see all the, maybe, I don't know what that is over there. Maybe where they brought water in and stuff like that. Let's see if we can go down here. But way cool to see how this looks from up above. Yeah, really nice. On the stairs here have definitely seen better days. And then the whole crew of ladies out here raking up the grass. All right, guys, that's going to finish up our video over here at this Ayutthaya Royal Palace. This was a lot of fun for me. This is fantastic. I've been wanting to get over here and look at this for quite a while. And then one of my viewers told me that you can come in from the back of Wat Phra Si Sanphet. And I found a little entrance, and I'm really happy to have been able to see it. This is something I've drove around so many times, and I was always wanting to get out here. And I'm like, why can't I go over there and walk around? And today we got to do it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and stick around, and you're notified when I post a new video. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. If you know more about any of these buildings, I didn't find a whole lot online whenever I was researching it, just kind of the rough outline of when the palace was built and stuff like that. So if you know more details, definitely tell me down below and enlighten me. I'd like to know, and then I can come back and enjoy it a second time with more information. And anyway, from over here at this royal palace in Ayutthaya, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.